Hello, this video is mostly about the left hand assignment, but before I discuss that, I'm going to mention very quickly how to go about your scales assignment and also the chord progressions assignment. The scales, I want both hands together, going up and down together 1 octave. So I'm going to demonstrate with the F major scale just because my phone screen is fitting F to F nicely. So here, just like this. And remember, you can't just use whatever finger you want. You have to follow a set of numbers. That's called fingering, and the chart is attached. The chart is part of your due September 10th folder, so please look at it. For example, it is wrong to go then thumb on B flat. What I did is wrong. So yeah, the fingering is specific. For one thing, they want you to avoid using your thumb on the black keys. That's why there are different sets of fingering. And also we have to cover 8 keys, right, with 5 fingers, so we have to switch somewhere. So the fingering tells you where it would be most efficient to switch. Okay, and now the chord progressions. I did tell you not to use all root positions for the right hand chord, but some of you still did this root position. So I'm talking about the first week's assignment. So the progression was 1 5 6 3, right? So first of all, the left hand should play the root. So I'm gonna stick with F major, F, C, D, B. So 1 5 6 4. Now the right hand, do not do this. 1 root position, 6 root position. 5 6 root position, 6 root position, 4 root position. Okay, this is not what you're supposed to do. Again, do not do all root position. If you did that, it will sound like this: 1 root position, 5 root position, 6 again root, 4 root. Yeah. Other than being boring, it has this problem of your right hand, the outside interval. The bass and the fifth will always form perfect fifth. It's called a parallel fifth. For the first chord, it will be F to C. For the next chord, it will be C to G, right? Then D to A, B flat to F. Yeah, this is called a parallel fifth. It's very boring and it's bad. Also, there will be another set of parallels that's bad, which is the octave F. If your left hand is playing the bass and if your right hand is playing all in the root position, your right hand lowest note will be the bass, so your left hand and right hand will be going parallel octaves. So that's another thing that's bad. Okay, so that's what I mean by make sure your chords are varied. So if you want to start with the root position, that's fine. Okay, but then for the next chord, that was 5 chord, right? Do not do root position. Do not go this. Do something like this or this. Yeah, that was, what kind of inversion is this? This is second inversion. Yeah, and then so something like this. And what do you want to do next? Yeah, another second inversion is fine, and the next one you can finish off with the root position. But yeah, this way you can avoid parallel fifth and parallel octave. Now the main point of this video, the third part of your weekly assignment for both weeks 1 and 2, and also it's going to be the same for 3 as well. So here, the assignment was to pick a pattern from, say, pages 8 and 9, or what was it, pages 20 and 21. You pick a few patterns. I think I specify the number so you can look at the assignment sheet, but anyway, start. Pick a pattern first. Okay, so here's how you go about it. I'm gonna pick this one, the first one. So that's on page 8. So what I was trying to say in the assignment sheet is, even though the book shows you the pattern only in C major, you have to do it according to the chord progression you are given, which is 1, 5, 6, 3 in the key you picked. So let's do F major again, okay? And then, so I'm gonna do it here. F major. Look, 5, 1, 5. And then what chord were you supposed to go next? 5 chord, right? So the same pattern in the 5 chord, what would it be? Yeah, F major 5 chord is C chord. Actually, they give you the C chord here. So C, G, C. What's the next chord you have to take care of? Your next chord is 6 chord in F major. So I'm going to move here so that you can see. Okay, I want you to be watching what I do along with page 8, pattern 1. So I took care of the 6 chord. And then what was the last chord you have to do with the chord progression? Again, you're dealing with the same chord progression, 1, 5, 6, 4. Next one should be 4, right? So how do you fit your 4 chord of F major into the pattern you're going to do? Okay. Root 5th, root 5th. So that's the basics. Okay, first pick a pattern. Okay, again, this is only in the C chord, but you have to do it in 4 chord per progression. Why? Because I gave you a 4 chord progression. It's that simple. Okay, then you figure out what's the first chord. First chord you have to do, if you're doing F major, is F chord. So do the same pattern with the F chord. The second chord, if you're doing F major again, you have to do is C chord. So do it in C. The next chord, the 6th chord in F would be D. So you do that in D. D minor chord, but yeah, it doesn't matter. And then the next one, you end with the 4 chord of F. So you do the 4 chord in F, which would be B flat, right? The same pattern, just make up the same pattern. You don't have to do everything in root position. Okay, here's what I mean. The first chord, so I'm going to do it in root. So instead of just doing the root position C to G, so here's the variation you can do. In the 5 chord, C, E, G belong, right, in F major. So instead of going, you can do so. Okay, so you can go 1 chord, 5 chord, what's the next chord? 6 chord, right? So the 6 chord, the simplest way to do it would be, but then again, let's figure out what pitches are in the 6 chord. So you can take F and D and flip it and do this. Or I think maybe this is fine. And the 4 chord. You can pick either this or whatever, or even this. Okay? So the third part of the assignment, left hand pattern assignment, gives you some flexibility. Well, so does the second one, but I hope I can understand a little better what to do with the third one. Okay, thank you.